What is up, YouTube? I am Galadite74 and welcome back to the channel. And I am also your coach of the Calgary Flamethrowers. And in this battle today, I am showcasing my Week 2 game versus the Trostu Garados, coached by Wolf14 in the CGT. Make sure to go check out his YouTube. It is linked in the description below, as well as my Twitter and the CGT Discord, all of which are very active. So you won't want to miss those three links down there. We are facing Wolf for Wolf, as I mentioned, and he is an Austrian, which is pretty cool. He is a two-time champion in the CBDL, and our track record against Austrians in my draft career is very bad, like very bad. So we are already starting on the back foot. Speaking of the back foot and spoilers, we did lose last week, unfortunately, to start off our season 0-1. We only lost by 2, but realistically, we probably should have lost by 5. So we did get a little bit bailed out. Wolf also lost his first game, so we are both searching for our first win, which is pretty exciting stuff. And hopefully today we can pick it up. The team is kind of similar to our matchup last week, except the pros are a little bit more pro in this game, as I'll explain in the team builder. That's all I got in terms of introduction. I know what the graphics look like now. I hope you guys enjoy it, as well as the layout. I haven't been crossing out the mons on the layout because I don't do it live. I post edit. It might be something I do on some weeks and some not. I'm sorry for a little bit of inconsistency, though it's just tedious to do. Anyway, let's get into this team builder. His team, real quick, is Urshifu, Single Strike, Salamence, Nidoqueen, Arcanine, Magnezone, Vaporeon, Serena, Ditto or Beetle, Tauros, Wartortle, and Carbink. You see it on screen here. First thing I want to mention, and easily the biggest threat on this squad, is Broken Urshifu. That mon is insane. Guaranteed crit, so lowering its attack doesn't matter. My Dark Resist isn't amazing. And my Fairy type is a Rabombi, so I don't switch into Urshifu. I truly believe Banded Urshifu comes in and claims a kill every time it comes in on a defensive mon, which I don't really like that. That is very scary. Luckily, my offensive answers to it aren't terrible, so I don't think it just 6-0s the team. It just puts me in some really hard spots. I say it is similar to last week because my opponent last week had a Dragonite. This week we have a Salamence to deal with, which is pretty similar in ways you prep. Also last week there was no Fairy type on the team. This week Carbink is the Fairy type. Against the particular team I am bringing this week, it's actually not that bad, but against my team as a whole, I don't think Carbink is that great. So it could come, it could probably not come. There are some better options here. Other notes, Ditto. This is a Ditto team, so I have to prep in a way to where I don't instantly lose to my own Pokemon. So that is quite annoying. I think the past 3 times I fought a Ditto, it hasn't come. So hopefully it just doesn't come altogether. There's an Arcanine Vaporeon defense core, which I think is really good. And in this game, it's no different. Those mons are incredibly annoying to deal with. Finally, there's stuff like Nidoqueen, which could be a pain, Magnezone, stuff like that. Their matchups aren't as good, but they could still do something in this game. That's all I've got to talk about in terms of Wolf's team. There's not any immediate threat outside of Urshifu, I don't believe, right away, which is good. But things can become threat. It's like Nidoqueen late game can be, or Dragon Dance Salamence, stuff like that. The game plan basically is to pivot with my defense and get Lati in and Draco spam. I didn't do it last week because they had a Spadef wall in Slowking. This week their Spadef wall isn't as good or as sustainable. So I was okay with this. And then I can go for a Rabombi endgame. Because once I chip down Magnezone and Arcanine, which Latios can do, Rabombi just goes in on this team, which is really nice. So that's the game plan. I am bringing Rabombi, Corviknight, Swampert, Vileplume, Latios, and Conkeldurr to this game this week. Here is the basic Poke Paste on screen. My brother has cut me off like 3 times now, so I might rush through this team builder a bit. Rabombi is very good. I've already mentioned it's a good late game cleaner here. Quiver Dance 3 attacks with the boots. My team was not weak to hazards at all outside of this mon, so it just made boots really nice in this game. I thought about running Energy Ball over Psychic, though Psychic gave me more benefits, including a way to hit Arcanine, super effective damage against Nidoqueen, while Energy Ball would realistically only be good for like a Spadef Vaporeon. That thing can kind of wall my Rabombi depending on the set. If it's got Toxic, if it's got Haze, I don't really do well against that. I do feel confident that I can break that down throughout the game, so that's why I still stuck with my guns, and this thing can still clean up. It doesn't need a boost to break down certain mons like Urshifu, Salamence, Serena, or Beetle, but I can boost on some of those mons, especially like a choice-locked Urshifu. So that's kind of the game plan here. I gotta break down Arcanine and Magnezone. Magnezone's matchup isn't that great to begin with, and Arcanine I can get a free Lati, which is also very good in this game. It kind of forces him into a tough spot. Second is Corviknight. This is a defensive standard bulk up set with the Shed Shell. If Magnezone comes, this is probably the reason it comes, because it can trap my Corviknight. I didn't want to rely on U-turn because it could easily be faster than my Corv, so Shed Shell was just better. I do have pressure over Mirror Armor. I say this because I had that for like 95% of my build, but then I realized that I have a Bisharp on my team, and with his double Intimidate, I don't think he wants to run that. So pressure just gave me a better option if he doesn't do that. Bulk Up is for the Salamence for Dragon Dancing, so I can just kind of stay alongside it and don't end up losing to it late game. And yeah. Finally, Corviknight is also a way to deal with my own team. They do have a Ditto, and if Ditto copies like anything on this squad, Corviknight is meant to handle it. So that's also where a lot of its use goes in this game, if it decides to come. Third is Swampert. It's very similar to last week. It's Spadef, except I have Toxic over Ice Punch. Vaporeon is very pressed for coverage, as it usually is, and if it doesn't have Heal Bell, I can just Toxic it and really wear it down, and that would give me some insane value in this game. Rocks are pretty nice just because it does force boots on some mons, particularly Salamence and the Arcanine, which is pretty cool. Flip Turn for momentum, and then Earthquake just for some stab. This is really good for stuff like the Zone. It makes it to where Zone is almost completely shut down. Spadef can take on Arcanine and Nidoqueen decently well, and like low tiers like the Wartortle and stuff it's meant to deal with. So that's Swampert's job, pretty standard. Our fourth mon making its season debut alongside the Rabombi and the Conch is Vileplume. This is, Aqua's baby. This is my defensive Rocky Helmet mon with dual stab, Leech Seed, and Strength Sap. I really wanted Moonblast on this set because this Vileplume is meant to deal with Urshifu. Granted, if it's, like banded or anything, it doesn't really take on Urshifu, but it's not that bad. I went Leech Seed, however, because if I went Moonblast, I would be hard-walled by stuff like the Magnezone and I guess the Arcanine. So Leech Seed gave me a better option against them. And while it would be nice to just OHKO the Urshifu, I already have a lot of ways on this set to annoy it. Rocky Helmet affects Spore because Urshifu's moves are all contact. Sludge Bomb still does a decent chunk, Strength Sap to stay healthy, and for that thing to take more Rocky Helmet. It's really nice. It's not a great switch-in, but I've already explained how I don't have a great switch-in on my whole team to Urshifu, so it's my best bet. Also, it's my best answer to Vaporeon defensively. Without Heal Bell, in theory, Swampert could take on the Vaporeon, but I don't want to rely on that. So Vileplume is just a really sturdy and reliable answer to that mon as well. Next is Latios. This is easily the most important member of the team, if not Rabombi or Corv, but probably this. This is Specs max speed, dual stab Aura Sphere, and I mentioned that because I put Aura Sphere for the zone. I didn't put Mystical Fire because I didn't want to hit my own Corviknight for damage. They have a Ditto, as I've been mentioning, and if they copy my Lottie, I don't want to go into Corv and take a million damage. So this kind of prevented that while giving me still some value. If they don't bring the Carbink, which again, Carbink's not great here, but I could see it fitting on the team. Dragon Spam just kind of claims one. The beauty of this set is that Arcanine and Vaporeon are pretty annoying. Lottie just walks all over those two mons, so it really does help me out in this game. And that's like the big reason I think my matchup this week is better than it was last week. So yeah, Lottie comes in, drops a Draco, maybe Dragon Pulse if I'm scared of setup. So that's just the set here. Finally, we have Big Conk making its season debut as well. Guts Flame Orb with 3 fighting moves and knockoff. This investment lets me live a Banded Adamant CC from Urshifu, which is really nice. And I toyed with the set quite a bit. This was AV at one point, leftovers, Iron Fist. But in the end, Flame Orb, just breaking, was just so much beneficial for me. Knockoff over Ice Punch because, again, I need a switch into my own Mon. And if I had Ice Punch, Vileplume isn't really a switch-in. While I have Knockoff, it is. Mach Punch gives me another way to revenge the Urshifu, as it does like 70% to it with the Guts boost, which is nuts. Drain Punch for recovery, and then CC just runs through this team. If that's not Intimidate Salamence, that is basically 2 Code by CC, which is nuts. But this is meant to break alongside the Lottie. Really good synergy between these two. And I think we're going to have a better matchup here. Hopefully he brings Mons that aren't as good, because like these Mons are pretty niche on his team that have some matchups here. So we'll see how this matchup goes. I hope you guys enjoyed the team builder, and I've been rambling on for a bit. So we're going to head into the battle now. Alright, here we are in the battle. Good luck, have fun to Wolf. And there is a Ditto on my screen, and there's a Carbink. You know what? I actually wasn't shocked to see that. No Wartortle, no Tauros, no Orbeetle, no Zone, and there's an Arcanine. Okay, so that is something to know. No Serena, and no Nidoqueen. That's really nice. So this is pretty nice here. I think I'm going to lead off with a Conk. I don't like the idea of them leading with Ditto, though, and kind of forcing out my Vileplume. It's kind of fine, actually. What did I want to lead? Rabombi's not terrible. I think Conk's just the best lead, because the only really bad lead, I guess Carbink is technically a bad lead, and Salamence. But Salamence isn't really an issue. And Ditto's also annoying, but also not really much of an issue. So we will lead off with Conk. Again, good luck, have fun to Wolf as I spend the rest of this time noting things that he did not bring. I think Rabombi endgame is kind of the goal here, looking at what he has brought. So hopefully that can come to fruition here. I will say some transactions were just made in the server about like 5 minutes ago, and they really caught my interest, so now my mind is actually shifted away from the battle and towards those transactions, so that kind of sucks. Let's see, we got connected really fast too, which is awesome. They're going to lead off with Bread. That is Vaporeon. That is fine with me. What do I do here? Let's get Conk up. Let's get Vaporeon on the calc. And I think we can just knock off this first, and then CC the following turn. So let's knock and take something's item. I don't have my Guts boost yet, but it doesn't really matter because I'll get it next turn anyway. They're just going to flip turn, that's fine. Something's getting their item knocked off here. That does a decent chunk, but that's, you know, whatever. Carbink is here, so I can't take that off. They're going to go into the Salmons. That's, you know, pretty reasonable play. They're not Intimidate. Good to know. This will do a solid chunk. That does so much damage. That was Choice Scarp too. Okay, good to know. I'm switching out. I'm going into Corv. I don't really see a reason not to. Corv is here for Ditto answers and this Salmons. So let's do that. If they're special, then I might have to play a little bit differently. But I want to keep my Conk around. It's really good in this game. So yeah, we'll do that. Jeez, I wrote down so much this week. So they're still going. Cool. Hopefully, I really hope they're just physical and makes my life easier. Because if they are special, that is a threat. So we'll see what they want to do here. They're Fire Blast, and they're going to miss. I'm sorry about that. They are special. That is great to know. Even though that's not good for me. A part of me wants to go hard Latios and just drop a Draco. Because I really like Corv's health in this game. I could also go Swampert, my Spit F wall. Swampert's not doing a crazy ton in this game. So I think it's best just to do that. Yeah, let's go into Swampert. It's not doing a crazy ton. It's a good pivot into Carbink, but that's kind of it. And the Arcanine too. So that's how we'll play this. They go out into Arcanine. That's actually best case scenario for me. Let's go. I get up my rocks for free here. Do they have a removal? Salamence is the only possible removal. So I really like this idea of just clicking rocks here. They could be like Power Herb Solar Beam, which would be very annoying, but I don't think they're going to be. They're going to go into the Vaporeon. That is completely fine with me. I get my rocks up for basically free. And I could either Toxic this or just go into Vileplume. I kind of like the idea of putting this on a timer. I guess if they put me on a timer, it's annoying, but it's not. I think I get more value with them being on a timer than me. So this is a fine play for me. I think I'm going to go hard Latios next turn, depending on what they do here. They Scald. Okay, this shouldn't do much. Could burn me. It does a decent chunk. Now I think I'm just going to go hard Lottie. It's kind of tough because they have Carbink. Like, I can't actually lock into one move effectively, which makes this really tough. I don't like the idea of just Carbink coming in free. Vileplume gives me a free Leech Seed. Let's go Latios. I don't really need Latios' health. I guess I do for the Arcanine if I'm willing to sack off my Swampert. But this does put some offensive pressure on his team as he just flip turn. Smart play. That's not really good for me. But they flip turn Scald. Flip turn Scald. That's all we've seen. Okay. If they're Wish Protect, that's good because they're on a Toxic timer. And that also means Rabambi beats that. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw Urshifu here. We see the Carbink. That's fine. They're going to take Rocks, I assume. Yep. That's good. I got to switch out here. Let's go into, I think, just Swampert again. I think Swampert's a fine pivot. They'll probably just get up their own rocks here, but rocks aren't really a big deal because I have boots on Rabambi and I don't have any other rock weak mons. Light screen. I had an idea that they would bring a screen set here. What's set up on their team? Bulk up Urshifu. That's a little scary, but not incredibly scary. I'm gonna Earthquake, and then I'm gonna flip turn, just to kind of get this thing chipped down a bit. Because they went for light screen, they had to go to reflect in order to actually like take these hits somewhat well. So this is going to do a lot of damage. They do get the rocks up, which is a little annoying. But this will do a solid chunk. Oh yeah, that's some big damage. And I think now I just flip turn. They were faster than me, I think. I just realized. I don't want to Earthquake. Kill them, and I have Swampert in on Urshi. I kind of don't want that scenario. So I'm going to flip turn. Oh, they're probably Light Clay. So rocks, dual screens, explosion probably. This flip turn might not kill. We'll see. It doesn't. That's actually good. And that thing dies to rocks too. I could go Corv and just bulk up. What else could I do? I like the idea of Conk. Let's go Conk. I think their last move is Explosion, so this is fine. I take rocks. I'm gonna take Burn. Oh yeah, they died in Mach Punch, so we will go for that. And I really wanted to go Corv, but I didn't want them to copy Corv with Ditto. That just becomes really annoying for my squad to deal with. But Carbink is down. I just have to kill off these turns here of screens, and I think we'll be good. And now Draco is very free in this game. What's this coming in? Arcanine, that's fine. Are they boots? They are boots, okay. And what we do now, I believe, is just go back out into Swampert. Does this thing get any setup moves that I should be concerned about? It gets agility. It gets agility. I think I just go Swampert. I could stay in and tank the hit, but I'd rather keep Conk's health a little bit. So, plus Swampert, again, is not really doing much in this game. It's just pivoting around and being annoying. They could teleport, I guess. They Sunny Day. Okay, so they're going to be Sunny Day, probably Solar Beam. Okay. Swampert, Arcanine. That's not the right set. How many turns of screen we got left? 2 turns of... Oh, okay. 3 turns of light screen and 5 turns of reflect. Yikes. Alright, so we got to play around this a bit. Actually, I don't think we do, because I can just sack the Swampert and go... No. It's because of the screens that makes this hard. This is good against my team, actually. This set is really good against me. Let's just stay in, and we're going to fire off an Earthquake, or am I Toxic? No, wait, they're not. I'm an Earthquake. They're not Policy. My first thought went towards Policy, but they're not. They're gonna Solar Beam, yeah. This probably kills me. I am Spadef, but this is an Arcanine in the sun that I am assuming is offensive. So, I'm probably dead here. Yeah. Okay. Let me look at this thing's moveset on the special side. I don't think they get anything for... Oh, they get Dragon Pulse for the Latios is what I was looking at here. Latios. Light screen is up. Dragon Pulse shouldn't kill me. I'm taking a lot of time, by the way, so this is not really good for me. Dragon Pulse does like half, so... Latios' health is nice for just, like, the Vaporeon. But I have good ways to deal with it. If I can chip this down, then the, what's it called? Rabombi just looks really amazing. So I'm actually okay with just clicking Dragon Pulse here. I could also Psychic, but Dragon Pulse is the most free. I'm sure they're going to Dragon Pulse themselves, but, you know, it's fine. I just need chip on this. They have Sunny Day, they have Grass move, they might have Fire move, Flamethrower, so they don't have Dragon Pulse. That still has a chunk. I think I live a second one, so I'm just going to Dragon Pulse again. They might have Morning Sun, but that's fine. If I lose this, Vaporeon becomes annoying, but if I can keep Conk around, then it's not a big deal. So I'll just Dragon Pulse again. If they Morning Sun, it's fine because it stalls out the rest of their turns in Sun too. That does so much. They Morning Sun, yeah. So they're getting a lot of health from this. I even think Light Screen might end here. Light Screen wears off, so this is going to do a lot more. I just spam the button. They're in a really tough spot. Yeah, chipping this just gives me insane value on this team. They withdraw. They don't really have a good switch into this. They go into the Vaporeon. This is not going to take it well. In fact, I don't think it takes two. With the Toxic and the Rocks. Nope. And I'm just gonna keep clicking the button. I'll just click it again. They're gonna get Urshi in for free probably here after I kill something. Yeah, I'm basically guaranteed a kill, which is awesome. If it's this, it's nice because it makes it that Latios isn't as useful. It says I've been having an encoding overload every now and then, so if it is laggy, I do apologize. I'm not sure how it looks on your guys' end. But I think they just give me Vaporeon here. Yep, that's dead. Awesome. So Vileplume isn't too useful now. It's still nice if they copy Conk. I have to be wary of that, because that is my best answer. But that being gone is really nice. No more screens. I think... Let's think. If Urshi comes out, I go Vileplume. If Salamence comes out, I just stay in. Arcanine, okay, Ditto, Corviknight, okay, it's fine. The issue if I go Corv, they kind of get Arcanine for free, which I don't like. Corv is very annoying for my own team to deal with, so that thing getting copied from Ditto is kind of a pain. This is either the Urshi or the Ditto. It's a Ditto. They're imposter. I was waiting for them to be the wrong ability. I'm going to switch out on a Corv, simple as that. This set was built to take on my own Mon, so yeah. They could go into Arcanine, which puts me in a hard spot. I think I just sack Conk if they go into Arcanine. I think that's the play I make. They know this. They know my set now, so they're gonna go into Arcanine probably. Yeah, that was a smart play. Pretty well telegraphed. I could have stayed in, but I didn't really see the point in it. As yeah, they do that play. And this is the only Mon I have a really hard time switching into at this point in the game. Pressure, whatever. There's Sunny Day, Fire, Grass move. I don't like the idea of hard switching in Lottie. I kind of just like Conk. Conkeldurr. That's all gone. Yeah, I think I just go Conk. Because it doesn't really do much for me anymore besides take a Wicked Blow, but Ribombee also does that. Ribombee's very important here. I literally just have to kill this Arcanine. Or keep it low. I don't think I died to any one hit this thing throws at me. They just Sunny Day, so that's fine. Arcanine, and is there no special set on this calc? That is so frustrating. Flamethrower in the sun. Should probably just knock me out, I assume. Yeah, so I'm gonna Mach Punch for my damage. So this should bring it to around half. Oh yeah, that's some big chip. And my conch is going to die. So, yeah. I was kind of hoping I would die there. I would have been really mad. I just go Lottie now. Right? Yep. And I fire off a Dragon move, which will be Dragon Pulse. Does Specs Dragon Pulse kill the Urshifu? I hope it does. It's a roll and not really a nice one. I don't like the idea of clicking Draco because that gives them free switch in, so let's just Dragon Pulse. They're probably going to give me another Mon here, so they're not going to sack this Arcanine off. They're going to give me Salamence. Cool. This is dead. This is a close game. I could definitely still lose this, but if he plays this Arcanine extremely well. So that's dead. If Urshi comes out, I have to go Vileplume. Because I can't sack Corv, because if I sack Corv, I could lose to my own Rabombi. Which is the end game here. Let's get that Rabombi out, by the way. I want to start seeing calcs on this Mon. Psychic does 30 min to no bulk Arcanine. If I get one Quiver Dance, it's guaranteed dead, I'm pretty sure, because it's pretty offensive. I can't sack Lottie to Urshifu, because even if I get a free Quiver, they get Ditto in, and then I don't have an answer for the Arcanine, as they're going to go into Ditto. That's fine. I'm going to go into Corv now again. I think this time if they go... this is tough, because I feel like they're just going to double, right? Like, they have no reason to stay in. Pressure. As they do stay in. Okay, well, that's fine. I am not Spadef, but I am tanking that fine. Nice. I just Roost here. How many turns of Sun we got? Because maybe I can tank a hit from Arcanine probably. Yeah, one more turn. So we're going to just Roost. And then we'll go from there. I might have to hard switch in Lottie on the Arcanine. As they withdraw. To go into the Urshi. That's fine. I'm quite okay with that. As I save my health up, which is really cool. Does Vileplume give me anything besides deal with this thing? No. So, I think I go Vileplume. Yeah, I go Vileplume. Every time. And then I can handle the situation accordingly. We can find out if this is like Band-Aid or Scarfed or whatever. This is Bulk Up. That's scary. That's pretty scary. I don't really need chip on this, but I do... I like Leech Seed here. Yeah, let's Leech Seed, and then we can just spam Strength Sap. So they're Bulk Up, probably Dual Stab Sucker Punch. I can't let them get too boosted without getting punished. So we can make this play. Yeah, so Leech Seed and the Strength Sap's always the best play. I live this, which is cool. Just barely, jeez. Yeah, whoa, crit. Rocky Helmet, pretty cool. I Leech Seed. Strength Sap in hindsight was the better play, but it's fine. Get that health back. I just strengths up now. So their Sucker Punch isn't doing as much to Rabombi here. With this dead, I think Latios can still just win, as long as I keep Corv, too. So I can't be too tunnel visioned into a Rabombi endgame. So this kills. Whatever, yeah, I'm dead. Effect Spore, I get the poison, which is really nice. This is gone. Lumberry, okay. There that. Herbider Helmet. And now I just go into the Rabombi, because I don't want to risk the Sucker Punch. Moonblast and the Psychic should always kill the Arcanine. So I think I just Moonblast. I don't need the Quiver here. I don't see a purpose. So we Moonblast, yeah. I just assume they Sucker here and get like 1,000,000 damage off because it's an Urshifu. It doesn't do as much as I thought. This will die. That's very good because Latios is looking major free when it comes in next time. And I think we're going to be good here. It's not over, of course, because they kept Arcanine for so damn long. Let's see. Let me think about how I want to play this. If they go Arcanine, I think I just sack. If they go into the Ditto, I go Corv. If they double into Arcanine, they go into Arcanine now. Okay. I think I just have the Psychic. This probably doesn't kill, actually, which is a little bit upsetting here. Well, we can try it. Hopefully it does, but I have a feeling this is going to live. That's barely it does. And they Flamethrower. That's actually amazing. That's game, because I go into Latios, and I just click Dragon Pulse. Ditto can't switch in, and if Ditto comes and copies my Lati, I win the game with Corv. So that should be the game here. Whew. I can't really see a way I lose this, because I kept my Corv healthy. I fire off a Dragon Pulse. This Arcanine should die. And because I'm pressure, I can honestly just Roost Stall, to be honest, the Mon. So that's dead. Let me see my own Lati to my Corv. Artisphere does do a decent chunk, so that is a little scary. But that's if it's Specs, which it's not going to be, so Scarf. And it doesn't do much, so. What's the, wait, why can't I can just stay in. Yeah, I can just stay in. I don't really care about diff. Yeah, I don't care about diff, so we just stay in. That would be actually kind of a throw, as they drop a Draco. Yeah, this game's over. So yeah, GG to Wolf. Thank you for the game. I believe Corv wraps this up, so that's that. And I guess I could just spam Brave Bird. Yeah. So we are going to pick up a 1-0 win against Wolf. A pretty good game, to be honest. I was pretty happy with this. I want to apologize for the Fire Blast miss on Salamence. That sucked a lot. So that's just unfortunate. A special Salamence really did kind of rip my team apart. So, well, it didn't rip. It ripped my defense apart, not my offense. As this is going to do 2 damage. And we can just Brave Bird this till it dies. Yeah, that does nothing. And we should be good to go. I did mention earlier in the video that there was transactions being made in the server, and most of them didn't really catch my interest, but one of them did. So if there are transactions, I will let you guys know. I will be looking into it, and I won't make an update video. It'll just be an extended intro in the next video. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Again, GG to Wolf. I don't really know what else to say, as we see Corviknight kill this Latios with Brave Bird. And yeah, I'm just kind of extending this out longer because the battle's not over. Yeah. So Corv gets that. Cool stuff, cool stuff. I really think we did good sticking to our game plan, even though they were keeping Arcanine around for a really long time, which made Ribombee endgame a lot harder. Luckily, they gave me the Carbink, so I could just spam Dragon moves with Latios, which did help me out. So, not pretty similar to the endgame I wanted, not exactly the same, but it all worked out. GG again, and I will see you in the next video.